Good evening, Mount Vernon. Today is Monday, April 21st, 2025. I am Council President Danielle Brown, and this is our regularly scheduled work session. We actually have new equipment in the council chambers today, so if you have a hard time hearing me, please let us know on Facebook Live. We do have some interviews for a couple of positions today. Do we have a motion for executive session?
I'll make a motion for executive session for our personnel interviews.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Boxell,
Aye.
Councilwoman Gleason,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Brown.
Aye. All right, going into executive session, we shall return. Awesome. So, we have been joined by Majesty. Majesty, what's your last name? Majesty, what's your last name?
Anderson.
Anderson. We have been joined by Majesty Anderson, who's a guest.
Okay, if you turn off your speaker, she could say something and the camera will come.
Who's a guest council member tonight. So excited. Majesty, would you like to address Mount Vernon?
Uh,
Go ahead. See, there you are on camera.
I wanted to say hello and I hope you're having a great day.
That's a great way to greet everybody.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to exit executive session?
I would like to make a motion to exit executive session.
I'll second.
All right, roll call.
Councilman Box Hill,
Aye.
Councilwoman Gleason,
Aye.
Councilman Potteet,
Aye.
Councilman Thompson,
Aye.
Council President Brown.
Aye. All right, can we move into the tally sheet, starting with legislation and public works, please?
Thank you, Council President. So just to give a little preface of what we do right here, so Majesty understands. We have each a committee, myself, Councilman Thompson, Councilman Box Hill, Councilman Potteet. And each one of us are a chair of a committee. So my committee is Legislation and Public Works. So these are all the items that we're gonna put on the agenda or maybe hold for Wednesday's public meeting. So starting with item number 1, Public Works, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing the advertisement bids for the resurfacing of various streets in the city of Mount Vernon, New York, 2025 to 2026. That is on the agenda. Item number 2, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Partners in Safety for drug and alcohol testing services for the Department of Public Works to comply with U.S. Department of Transportation regulations. That is on the agenda. Item number 3, Department of Public Works, an ordinance authorizing the acceptance of 3 trees from Neighbors That Care, Inc. for planting, I believe they're pear trees, for planting on South Columbus Avenue near the Graham School parking lot. That is on the agenda. Now, item number 4, Recreation. Department of Recreation, an ordinance authorizing and supporting the HIV/AIDS Awareness Walk, Breaking Stigmas, One Step at a Time, to be held on Saturday, June 21st, 2025. That is also being sponsored by Human Resources, Derek Thompson, and myself. Item number 5, Recreation, Department of Recreation, an ordinance authorizing the Mount Vernon Recreation Department to co-sponsor the annual Juneteenth Walk and Celebration and Interfaith Health Fair in partnership with the Yusuf Shah Islamic Center and to appropriate funds for the event. Saturday, June 7th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. That is on the agenda. Item number 6, Department of Recreation, an ordinance authorizing the Department of Recreation to co-sponsor City Fest 2025 in partnership with Friends of Mount Vernon Recreation and Youth Programs, Inc. for related purposes. Saturday, September 13th, 2025, with a rain date of Sunday, Saturday 14th, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. That is on the agenda. Item number 7, Border of Water. It's the Board of Water Supply. An ordinance retroactively authorizing attendance at the 2025 Mayor's Water Council meeting. That is on the agenda, and that is a second vote. It did not pass the last. Item number 8, Board of Water Supply, an ordinance authorizing the amendment of the salary of the senior account clerk position in the Board of Water Supply. That is on the agenda. And I do believe I have an add-on.
I don't see
No,
any for
I
you,
don't.
Councilman Gleason.
Oh, that's for Human Resources. That is,
Thank you, Councilman Gleason.
Thank you.
Question for you, as I'm sure there may have been a discussion that I missed. Why is that attendance retroactive for the Board of Water Supply, number 7?
so my understanding, I did not have any communication with anybody from the water department, but my understanding is that they had presented it on our Monday. March 24th, was it, for our work session? but nobody communicated to put it on as an add-on then. And they went forward to this seminar or whatever without the proper approvals. So I did not vote for it the last meeting.
Thank you. Human Resources?
Thank you, Madam President. I have item number 9 from Recreation. An ordinance authorizing the Department of Recreation to sponsor the annual Summer Breeze Concert Series and accept monetary donations to support said series. That's on the agenda. I have 2 add-ons. Add-on number 18 from the Youth Bureau, an ordinance granting permission to the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau to utilize City Hall Plaza on Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, to host a youth mental wellness fest. That's on the agenda. Item number 19 from the clerk's office, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Mount Vernon honoring Catherine Coleman Flowers for her extraordinary work, and that's on the agenda as well. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Thompson. Just a question for you and Councilman Gleason. I see there's a few events on the agenda. I don't see any comments from the respective departments like Fire, PD, DPW. Do you know why we don't have those responses from them?
Madam Clerk, I can follow up on that. Would you rather it be agenda pending?
It's up to you. I just won't be voting unless I know that they're
Got
good.
it.
with them.
So during our referral session, they were requested, the ones from Recreation Department, we reached out to them, they were on the second request to get the communications back from the other department.
Okay, so I don't mind putting, let's see, I think it's item number 4 as agenda pending. Item number 6 as agenda pending. Item number 5 as agenda pending.
I think that concludes your events.
Yeah, that's all mine.
All right.
Yeah, they have reached out to all of these departments. They're waiting on responses, so I'll give a call in the morning just to make sure that they put those in.
Awesome. Thank you. Public Safety and Codes?
Thank you, Madam President. Item number 10 from Consumer Protection, monthly report for March 2025 is for information purposes only. Item number 11 will be on the agenda from OEM, and ordinance authorizing the Director of Emergency Management to attend the Emergency Management and Cybersecurity Summit in San Juan, Puerto Rico, May 13th, 2025. Item number 12 will be on the agenda.
I'm sorry, is that agenda?
That's agenda.
Okay.
Item number 12 is on the agenda, Department of Public Safety and ordinance authorizing the acceptance of 12 parking spaces from the Montefiore Health System for the use of the Mount Vernon Police Department. Item number 13 is on the agenda, Department of Public Safety and ordinance authorizing the purchase of equipment from Faro Technologies for the Criminal Investigation Unit of the Department of Public Safety and waiving competitive bidding requirements. Item number 14 is on the agenda from Public Safety and ordinance authorizing 2 members of service from the Department of Public Safety to attend the Vigilon Unity Training in Somerville, Massachusetts from May 13th to May 15th. And Madam Clerk, I have a question. The add-on for number 20, is that off or in a different department, or it's off? Okay. So that's all that I have.
Thank you. Questions for Public Safety and Codes?
Yes, Madam President.
Councilwoman Gleason?
Item number 12, the additional, the authorization of acceptance of 12 parking spaces. Why is that necessary?
You mean from Montefiore to PD?
Yes.
I can find out from what I read, it's PD needs the parking spaces and Montefiore has extra parking spaces.
Did
But I
we?
can find out from.
Yeah, I was just curious because the parking spaces, there are some that are taken up by old vehicles in the parking garage on Stevens Avenue. I'm just curious what the update on getting rid of those non-working vehicles are also. I don't have a problem with this, but I'm sure that could free up some space. And then, the other item number 13.
Mhm.
Why are we waiving the competitive bidding requirements?
Yeah, so they got this vendor from GSA. So they're saying that they can waive it because it's off of the GSA or the federal government.
That's the state contract?
Federal. GSA is federal. So that's what PD is.
Okay, that's not always the best pricing, but.
If you want, then I'm happy to make this agenda pending and just double check with Commissioner Gibson.
Corporation Council? Oh,
Yes,
you have a microphone now. They're allowed to do that?
let's make it pending and confirm.
I'm sorry?
Let's make it pending and confirm.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's probably,
Do you mind if I opine, Assistant Corporation Counsel?
I'm sorry.
Do you mind if I opine?
Sure.
So they're allowed to do it. As you said, it's not the best pricing all the time, but it technically qualifies via the procurement policy and laws.
Okay,
Just a point of clarification, because this is the first time that I'm seeing a vendor from GSA. So the policy clearly has state. So state and federal.
Correct.
All right, so well, let's change item number 12 from A to agenda pending. And item number 13 will stay agenda.
Question for you, number 11.
Mhm.
Why does our OEM director need to go to Puerto Rico for training?
It's where the conference is. Again, we can make this agenda pending and I can have them,
I mean, it's completely up to you. I'm just curious.
yeah, it is where the conference is, but I tell you what, that's a good point. Let me touch base with him and let's make item 11 as well agenda pending. So we have 11 and 12 agenda pending.
Thank you. Finance and planning, sorry.
Thank you, Madam President. All right, number 15. From the Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing the adoption of installment plan standard terms and conditions for delinquent tax payment agreements. That's on the agenda. Number 16, from Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a payment plan agreement with the New York State Department of Civil Service for outstanding health insurance premium arrears. That's on the agenda. And number 17, Office of the Controller, an ordinance authorizing the controller to enter into a partnership with Aflac to offer voluntary supplemental dental benefits to employees through payroll deductions. Any questions about these items? Yes.
Councilwoman Gleason, you had a question?
my question is just as a general, question for finance and planning, doesn't have to do with anything that's on the agenda. So if you want to just close out the agenda, I could ask that question.
All right, if there are no other questions for the tally sheet, any additional questions, concerns that need to be addressed?
So I had a question, where are we with, and you might not even have the answer now, but, where are we with the selling off of the tax liens? Do we have an update on that?
I don't think the control has made an official decision on that yet. But, we follow up.
Yeah, could you follow up?
Yeah.
And then I also wanted to ask public safety and codes about, I had requested an update regarding the wellness unit and their statistics.
Councilman Gleason, that update was sent to, I think, all of them. It was sent to me first, and then I forwarded it to council. I can re-forward it to everyone now. but they.
Yeah, I was just curious what the follow-up was. And the police reform, we're due for an update for the police reform report.
So now on wellness, there's an update that I'll forward in 2 seconds. The police reform update, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so I can follow up, but there's no follow-up. So,
No problem.
Oh, yeah, Caitlin, as a matter of fact, I'm just recalling the last discussion that I had with the controller, I think this was last week, he was basically saying that it's kind of, the ball's on the council's court, basically saying it's our purview to decide if we're gonna go with the in-run procedures or we're gonna do the sale. And it's, legislation's gonna come from us, so I guess as a body, we have to decide. Yeah, go ahead.
if I can just,
So is there an official request for something for council to do? Oh, sorry, Council.
Councilman Potteet?
yeah, thank you. Just following up on that. The other question I have, and I think we should ask, the comptroller or his rep to come here. Because I thought they were gonna issue an RFP to find someone to work on the tax.
Yeah.
And so I had a similar question, which was, how did that go? Was it issued? Is it still frozen? So we should probably have the comptroller come and just say what's needed, what's happening, and what the next step is. I think. Great.
Councilman Boxell, are you able to request comptroller to come to the meeting?
Yeah, for sure, I'll do that.
Awesome. He's out of town. Is he able to zoom in or is assistant comptroller able to come in?
I'll find that out.
Okay, and also, I guess he's also on the capital projects board as well, so if we can get an update on the capital projects board, that'd be helpful too. Councilman Potteet?
Thank you, Council President. With item number 20, which was crossed out, Madam Clerk, do we know why that was crossed out of votes? Can you share with what everyone else knows?
You wanna come to the podium? So we can hear you? I can't hear you sitting there, sorry.
This was the item that was held at one of the meetings because we needed clarity on whether or not there needed to be a local law. Kim had a conversation with Brad and Deputy Commissioner Molino. And they're going to have a conversation with that included you. The wording was changed by Brad because it didn't need to be a local law, but then there's another process that needs to be followed, which needs to be initiated by the planning department.
Can I opine? Thank you, Antoinette. We had a call with Land Use Council today, and he's putting together a resolution. So essentially, this was the process where we had to send it to the county and our planning board. So it's gonna be a resolution, and I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Councilman Boxell, it's gonna be an add-on this Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Oh, this-
Add-on for Wednesday.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any other business, any questions, comments, thoughts, Councilwoman Gleason?
Tomorrow evening, I believe they have the Citizens Police Academy.
Is it starting, the new one?
I think that's the graduation, yes, the
Oh.
graduation at 6:30 in the Commissioners' Conference Room across the street. I don't know if anybody's available to go.
6:30. Thank you.
Okay. Any other thoughts, comments, questions?
Can you control our mics over there? Can you shut us out?
No, but I have folks in the back who have control, remote control, so if you get carried away, I'm giving a signal.
Yeah.
Alright. All right, so I think that concludes, Majesty, do you want to adjourn the meeting? There's no official motion today, but you can bang the gavel. You want to do it? Want to bang the gavel? Let's do it. All right, so here's what I need you to say. This meeting is adjourned. This meeting is adjourned. You can bang anywhere, here, whatever works for you.
I'm ready.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned.